There is 3 days left in game to give. Final 72 hours. I completely did not participate in any of the streaming shenanigans that everybody else is doing. So yeah, shout out to you guys. But yo, what's good with you guys? My name is Fana. Welcome back to another video. It has been a thick minute, but your boy just has been doing other things. We've been chilling for the most part. If you watched my last little update, little video, there's some minor shenanigans happening, but we've been chilling for the most part. Now in today's video, today's shenanigans, you may be wondering, what in the blue heck are we doing? We are going to be doing a nice little combination between Trespasser and the Trespasser. Now Trespasser isn't brand new, nor is Trespasser. They've actually been around for a good while now, but Trespasser, basically anytime you get an elimination with it, you get a nice little burst, little damage shot afterwards, and that can really shred people. On top of that, the mask over here, it kind of turns your hunter dodge into like a little blink or like a little light shift move, and something I didn't realize it did, it gives you a stasis and arc damage buff. So yeah, combine that with Trespasser, we're finna be pissing off a whole lot of people. I did get a little bit of practicing with this little combination, because a lot of times I'll try out like with this little combination, because a lot of times I'll try out like little combos with different so we're finna get into the shenanigans, man. If you're brand new around here, welcome to the channel. My name is Fana, and we do a lot of foolery around here, and if you already been rocking with me, thank you for coming back to another video, man. You guys are absolutely awesome. So there's been a lot going on in the gaming world recently. So if those of you who may not know, oh my gosh, yeah, there's been a lot going on in the gaming scene as of recently. So the Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League, that came out, and I'm not gonna lie to you, if the premise of the game was to be like more so a parody instead of it being a literal, like, I guess you can say, sequel to a already existing franchise, it probably would have been well received. But the fact that it's Kevin Conroy's last time actually portraying Batman before he had passed away, yeah, the send-off didn't really have, yeah, people were kind of ticked about it, bro. Now, before you ask, no, I did not play the game. I actually had no interest in playing the game because I just thought the concept was a little bit goofy. Now, here's the thing, just listen to the concept. Suicide Squad kills the freaking Justice League, bro. You mean to tell me you watch that, or you listen to that title, you read that title, and you're like, okay, I'm supposed to take this serious? I mean, yeah, it is a video game at the end of the day, so I guess, like, you know, how serious are you gonna take a video game at the end of the day? So, now, other people did sit there and say there was a lot of, like, agenda pushing going on. I wouldn't go as far to say, like, to be that aggressive. I know some people jump on the woke train and accuse stuff of being woke all the time, which, to a degree, you know, I always kind of use this analogy, or, you know, this saying whenever, you know, I kind of mention anything or review something. You know, not everything that's woke is garbage, and everything that's not woke isn't garbage. Ever someone, why? Oh my goodness, everyone and their freaking grandma's back here. What in the world? But just off seeing gameplay, basically my takeaway from it is, like, you know, if you like a goofy game, you know, by all means have fun. You know, it is a very, you know, funny premise, and it does seem kind of fun to play overall if you turn your brain off and everything. But if you're going into it, especially if you played the Arkham Batman series and you kind of see like how everything plays out, especially with his character specifically, or just really any of the characters, the writing might kind of piss you off to some degree. I know a lot of times people will say, you know, this character has plot armor, this character has plot armor, but to some degree, sometimes it's just bad writing. And when you consider the actual, like, characters the Suicide Squad are fighting, they have no business actually beating any of the characters, right? And you would have thought, okay, maybe they're just, like, you know, weakened or something like that. Maybe they're nerfed really hard. Nah, no, but if anything, they're on some more BS still because they don't have any restrictions, so. Oh, that is unfortunate, buddy. And for some reason, I have this dumb thing that pops up on my screen. So I got some new software for my microphone, right? And for some reason, the software feels the need that it just has to capture random stuff for me for absolutely no reason. That joke is probably going to eat up my disk space. So probably after this match, I'm going to turn that off. We're not going to talk about it, all right? We're not going to talk about it. Just mind your business, bruh. Oh, imagine we come back down 8 points, bro. Oh yeah, man, so I always got some work stories, some shenanigans I always gotta tell y'all, man, because sometimes my job, you know, it could be so simple, but people, they just can't act normal. They have to come somewhere, and it's just almost like they're bored with their lives. They gotta just, you know, add some extra spice to places that just don't. At any point in your life, let's say high school, middle school, anywhere that you had to be around like a bunch of other freaking degenerates, right? What is going... Oh, heck no. But like I was saying, if you ever been in a situation where you're forced to be around a bunch of crackheads on a normal basis, you know that there's gonna be those one, two, or just group of people that you know that you just don't want to fool up with on a regular basis. So like there's this girl that works at my job, and you know I'm not gonna throw out specific names or anything, but let's just say I have this, you know, this chick that works there, and for some reason her tail feels the need that there has to be some kind of issue made with any kind of person at any given time. Okay, it's just like she can't exist without drama almost. I don't even want to call it drama because it's really just one person trying to inflate something just to try to like get a reaction out of people. And I've always like hated people like that. You do stuff to try to get a reaction out of someone, man. It's just like, you know what you're doing is gonna piss somebody off, and you sit there and do it anyway. Like, bro, you're just weird. But essentially, for context, right, this girl, she's been like, you know, at our like department for probably like 2, maybe 3-ish years now, right? And said person is normally on some crackheadery for the most part. You know, our boss, you know, she's kind of like, you know, one of the people that they always tend to have a slight issue with. You know, you kind of got to slap on the back of the head to kind of get them to go in the right direction. If you ever see one of them kids that be on one of those like little child leashes, the mom kind of has to tug them along. She's one of those, okay? She kind of always needs some kind of like, you know, form of correction on a regular basis. You know, that's fine. Not everybody is perfect. Everyone's different. You know, some people need a little bit more help than others, and that's completely fine. It's just, you know, whenever you just start causing issues when there doesn't need to be issues. Oh, nice knife. Oh, man, you would have had it. You almost had it. You almost had it. Oh, everyone and their grandma's right there. All right. Okay, my bad. 1.6. We've done better before. We can do a lot better. Yeah, but essentially, like, what's been going on for, like, the past couple weeks, said person has felt the need. They're one of those people where if you tell them a secret, right, you could tell them your deepest, darkest secret, they will run over. They'll be like, no, I won't tell nobody. We're good. We're perfectly fine. This individual here, yeah, no, they take anything, run with it, tell everybody, inflate it, exaggerate it, and act like they didn't do anything whenever you kind of confront them about it. But like I was saying though, like when you have someone that's consistently on some crackhead junk most of the time, a lot of the times, you know, supervisors, management, they're gonna kind of be aware of you and try to, you know, be on top of you just a little bit more. Not necessarily harassing, but it's almost like they have to prepare themselves for you to do some BS-ery sometimes. So, of course, I came in. I haven't even been on the job for like a full-blown year, right? God dang, that man got dunked on. My bad, I got basketball pulled up on my screen over here. But essentially, I've been at this job for less than a year, and for the most part, I just show up, do what I'm supposed to do, and leave. Yeah, I'll crack jokes here and there, and, you know, just have conversation with people and whatever. But for the most part, I'm not really on no BS-ery. So, according to everyone else that be in my department, and they be on some freaking, like, let me tell y'all boys something. I'm not gonna go into detail, but all I'm gonna say is some of the people in my department, 2 things needs to happen. Either A, they just need to retire, B, they need to be fired, and I lied, 3 things, or 3, they just need some goddamn therapy, because what the heck? I guess it's one of them things where the grass isn't greener on the other side. For those who don't know, I did transfer to like a whole different kind of job like last year, like yeah, probably like midway through last year, like quarter of the way through last year. And you know, one job was dealing with like, you know, community service, dealing with you know, or customer service, and dealing with like, you know, patients and dealing with their BS-ery and whatever. And now mine, the one I have now, is way less about dealing with people, but you still deal with your coworkers, so it's always a nice little trade-off. But god dang, what I have learned within like the 10 months of me being there, all look, most of them just need some freaking therapy, bro. It's like they got PTSD, bipolar disorder, it's the whole 9 yards, bro. It's literally like one of those situations, just like, bro, if they just showed up to work and left the BS-ery at home, everything could go so smoothly. Like, everyone would be so happy, but for some reason, like, people just can't exist without having an issue with each other. I get it, you know, not everyone's gonna be perfect, but it's just like the unnecessary crap that goes on. Holy, I can't English. But like I was saying, like, you know, said person that that bees on the BS with, like, you know, our bosses and whatever, you know, that she has to have like a little bit more, you know, attention put to her, and that's perfectly fine. You know what I'm saying? Some people just need that attention, but when it turns into you consistently doing BS, and then you're not accountable for your actions, you sit there and act like you're not doing anything, Yeah, that's the problem, because it's that you're not doing anything. And now they got beef with me. Like, they got beef with me for absolutely no reason. I have literally done nothing but exist. But basically, we had a situation a couple weeks ago where, you know, said coworker, you know, they got reported to one of our managers and supervisors, and, you know, the supervisor kind of like, you know, I won't say like they didn't yell or nothing, but like she kind of like, you know, talked to her like on the spot. She was like, hey, look, you've been doing this, you need to chill the freak out, essentially, right? Just did one of those, you know, nothing like disrespectful, nothing sideways or nothing crazy like that, right? So tell me why something that I had nothing to do with, right? I didn't report nothing. I'm one of them people, look, I'm not gonna report you for nothing like stupid or nothing like that. I'm not gonna go tattletale, but like at the same time, what the heck? My bad, I lost my train of thought because like my freaking. Okay. But like I was saying, like, I'm not the type of person that's gonna run and tell on people, right? That's just not me. Now, unless you're doing like some illegal type of stuff, that's one thing, but there was no illegal activity going on. It was more so just a productivity and you just being a crackhead type of activity going on, you feel me? Alright, if he had a shotgun, I would have been screwed. Where you at, buddy? Oh, you're invisible. Hello. You got that active camo on, boy. You got that Halo camo on. I see you. Yeah, but essentially, since she got reprimanded, since I was in the vicinity of her getting reprimanded and whatever, she blames me. And I literally, and I mean literally, had nothing to do with anything of like, as far as like reporting stuff. Like, I had nothing to do with anything. Now, this individual is going out of her way to try to sabotage me as much as possible. Now, luckily, everyone that's like, that works with me, we're all like very aware of her shenanigans. Like, no one's stupid. She swears up and down I get away with stuff, but like, I can't get away with anything if I don't do anything. Like, one of her statements to me, because like, what she'll do, right? Like, one of my coworkers I'm real cool with, she'll sit there and text him, right? And text her, oh, you know, he thinks he's so like, you know, he's so good and so this and that. Just texting paragraphs to him. This man will be like, hey, yo, D. He'd be like, hey, yo, look at this foolery right here, dog. I just be looking, I just be shaking my head. But see, when I'm around them, she's two-faced, right? I hate two-faced people, man. I get around this person and she acts like everything is all like, you know, hunky-dory and whatever. Hunky-dory. I promise you, I will never say that again. I apologize to everybody watching this video. Yeah, but whenever I'm around this person, like, you know, she'll sit there and act like, you know, everything is like, you know, all fine and dandy and whatever. Oh, here we go again with the stupid, with the stupid phrases. Oh, Lord. We find out I'm turning into like a 1960s old head on y'all. Oh, hello. Yeah, no, you should have stayed in your bubble. Like, while we're in person, you know, she'll act like nothing's wrong and whatever, and, you know, as soon as we aren't, like, around each other, she's texting my boy, hey, this guy does this, and this, and I'm just like, bro, I literally don't do anything. And it's gotten so out of hand, like, she's burnt so many bridges with people in our department. It's just one of those situations we're just waiting for management to sit there and finally just bite the bullet and be like, you know what, we're gonna get you up out of here, you know what I'm saying? Well, sometimes in the workforce, especially if y'all have never worked a job, I'm pretty sure most of you who are watching this video have worked some kind of job, or maybe like, you know, you're just super young in high school. Nonetheless, you will find that management can be a little bit how can I put this in the most respectful way possible? They can be a little retarded. No way you thunder crash me specifically, right? What is going on? That man might have been a controller user. Alright, he might. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes when I see a Thunder Crash go like that, it's mostly because they're on a controller. Yes, I am speaking from experience, because using Thunder Crash on roller versus MK, it's much easier to control that bit on MK, no lie. Or you could be a lot more accurate, I should say. It's kind of like on controller, like whenever like someone like jumps above your head and you do like one of these, like you sit there, like they go above your head and you're doing like one of these looks. Normally if someone like jumps over me, right? If they jump over me and I don't feel like tracking them the whole time, I'll just like slide, turn around, because they eventually have to come down at some point. You only have so much range of motion when it comes to like you using like a stick and everything, so sometimes you just have to operate, you know, efficiently with what you got. And you guys think, oh well, you know, you only have to deal with that one specific coworker, right? As everyone's aware. Well, you see, here's the thing, there's a lot of it's like an intricate You know, whenever you do one of those choice-based games and everyone has like a relationship status, like where one person is really like in good relations with somebody else and the other person really isn't, that's basically how it is at my job. Now, lucky enough, not every single one of my coworkers are like that. It's actually the minority, but you know, when it comes to like stupidity, the minority are the loudest, okay? Like, the whole thing about like this personal like vendetta or whatever you want to call it, this chick is on with me, like the whole matter, I can't talk. The whole thing about it is, I had nothing to do with it. She sits there, or she sat there and thought I'm the one that like tattletaled on her or something like that. Whole time, it was the same people that she goes and gossips to that sat there and freaking tattletaled on her. That's the kicker of everything. Well, another match, another L. And I think actually this time we were in the lead, I think, for like half of it. I don't know what happened at the end of the match, man. I really don't. You know, I tried though. I mean, I tried. I guess long story short, best way I can tell you guys, if you're dealing with any kind of situation where you got some crackhead coworkers, you know, you can do one or two things. One, you can leave the job, go find something better. Or two, and you can kind of be like me, but I guess everything's with context though, because, you know, yeah, my management's kind of goofy, but like there's a sprinkle of all of like the right kinds of people in certain spots that keeps everything like flowing the way it should be. And you also have like enough people who have the common sense to know who's on the buffoonery like on a consistent basis, so that also helps too. But like if it was just like across the board, like everyone was just like operating with 2 brain cells, oh, I would have been out of this job. I would have like took my test, got my certification, and I would have dipped a long time ago. I ain't gonna lie, this team that we're playing against, I know the score is 10-13, but these guys are just playing just very irritatingly. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna stay in this lobby, bro. Like sometimes you can see the writing on the wall with like certain teams you play, and the writing is on the wall for this team. My teammates may have success, but I'm just gonna be irritated the whole time. I'm sorry, bro. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to have kids when I get older, bro. But like, do y'all ever like kids? Like, y'all ever been around like any like little not toddlers? I'm talking about like, you know, that little 5 to like little, that bratty range from like 5 to I want to say like maybe 10, maybe that 5 to 10 range where like kids can just be like the brattiest like just level possible. Like sometimes I'd be out in public and it's almost like kids within that age range just need any kind, they look for any reason to sit there and cry, but they do one of those cries where they're just like stomping on the floor and just gyrating all over the place, falling, just making like the loudest scream possible. Like, let me tell you something, like, you know, when I was little, yeah, I had my little like tantrums here and there, but it was never to the point where I was just straight up like falling out on the floor. And then at barbershops, bro, I don't know if y'all seen hard-headed kids trying to get their hair cut, bro. Nah, man, I couldn't be a barber. If I was a barber, I would not want to cut no little kid's hair, man. It's bad enough that you got people want to like do all the extra like, you know, freaking enhancements to their hair and stuff, but then on top of that, you gotta get a kid, and especially if they like a bad acting kid, and the parent has to do the most, freaking put the kid in a goddamn body lock. You gotta put leg restraints on them, arm restraints, wrist restraints. All I could hope for, if I ever, and I mean ever, have a child in the future, all I can hope is that the child just takes after my personality. It's just like the calmest, chillest, and I don't get some hyperactive child that wants to break everything. That's like, y'all ever play a team and you just know they're doing call outs, man? That's how I feel. I can tell, I can just feel the call out energy just, you know, just searing. We're gonna try out a rumble match just to kind of see if the chaos is a little bit mitigated when you only got 6 people instead of 12 people, but you know, somehow, some way, I'm gonna get trolled anyways. You come around that corner, you're not gonna like the outcome. That's tough. Are you using Bastion, bro? Is that what we're doing in 2024 of Destiny 2? That's what we're doing. We're rocking Bastion. Okay, this man actually, like, everyone's just kind of bot walking into my line of sight. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Am I using Trespasser? Absolutely. But are the people kind of just running right at me every single time? That's true too. Oh no, that man, he has freaking grenade launchers. If you ever want to know how to get better at the game, this is a great way. By playing a lot, but playing very patient. Sometimes matching, you know, aggression with aggression isn't necessarily the way to go. So, you know, sometimes you just gotta chill out a little bit, you know, so you gotta slow things down. Kind of like how I play basketball. Like, yeah, basketball, you can play at 110 miles per hour every single possession, but sometimes you can slow it down. What are you doing, buddy? Ill. 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 They're gonna say Cosmic Fan is using a freaking Cronus. Confirmed. Sometimes I do wish Bungie, like, you know how on Apex, if you guys have ever played like Apex Legends ever, when it comes to their like customization of their sensitivity, it's very in-depth, and sometimes I wish Bungie kind of had like something similar to that. Because like imagine like if you could do like movement tech similar to what guys on M&K can do, right? Because like on Apex you have a lot of, and they also use controller configurations too, and a lot of people, they think controller configurations is kind of like cheating. So it depends on who you ask. Apex Legends, at least the gaming company, they don't really care, so I guess it depends on who you ask. I mean, I would absolutely love it. I mean, the amount of movement you would be able to do if you had like similar like customization settings to allow you to move as like aggressively as someone on M&K. Does it require like a lot more practice? Absolutely, because you're not going to just be able to get configs and just like absolutely like just decimate somebody, you know? Just because you did what you did, bro? Nah. What is wrong with you? Why did you just dive in like that? No, he's weak. No, I need this on him. I freaking sold, bro. What is wrong with me, man? Bruh, get away from me. Anyways, that's it for today's video, y'all boys. If you made it all the way to the end, I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button down below. And if you're brand new here, consider subscribing to the channel. We're on our way to 5K, and I appreciate Eddie and all the support on the way. But yeah, that's Trespasser. Mask of Backers is goated. Definitely test it out, have fun with it, and yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next video, man.